I decided that instead of turning into my mom, I decided I would talk to her about what that chaos felt like for her, and I did. And then I decided we would have a conversation some weeks later when I had calmed down. And so we did have a conversation, and here's what I told my daughter about the chaos inside her head while giving her room to give me feedback. I said, Maddie, you have one personality when you're with mom and dad. You have a different personality when you're with Claire and your other friends. And so when it comes time to make a decision, you have decided you will make them from one place or the other. As your dad, let me suggest to you that you pull those two personas closer together. So you don't have to make a decision between here and here. You make a decision between here and here. And that will make it easier for you to deal with the chaos. I'm trying to break down for a 12-year-old what chaos feels like, looks like, and how it can be dismantled. I told her if she made the decision between here and here, she would be operating out of character, not the extremes. And she told me what the definition of character was, because I've drilled it for years. She said, character, Daddy, is doing what you should do, doing the right thing, even if no one else would ever find out. And I agreed with her. That is so. We'll come back and we'll have more conversations about that. But I think that that model of dismantling, if you will, pulling apart, deconstructing chaos is what I'm after here with you. Let me conclude. I've been fortunate to read correspondence between lots of famous people. I like to read letters about people who lived long ago. I read recently of correspondence between the great novelist Henry James and the great scholar Grace Norton. She was 10 years his senior, and their friendship is preserved for us in a book called The Book of Eulogies, edited by Phyllis Thoreau. James is writing to his friend Grace, and I'm almost done, after she has fallen ill. And this is what he says to her. He says, don't melt too much into the universe, Grace, but be as solid and dense and fixed as you can. We all live together, and those of us who love and know live so most. We help each other, even unconsciously. Each in our own effort, we lighten the efforts of others. We contribute to the sum of success, but we make it possible for others to live. Sorrow comes in great waves. No one can know that better than you, Grace. But it rolls over us, through. It may almost smother us. It leaves us on the spot. And we know that if it is strong, we are stronger, inasmuch as it passes and we remain. It wears us, uses us, but we wear it and use it as well. My dear Grace, you're passing through a darkness, and in which I myself, in my ignorance, see nothing but that you've been made wretchedly ill. It's only a darkness, Grace. It's not an end. It's not the end. Everything will pass, and serenity and accepted mysteries and disillusionments and the tenderness of a few people and new opportunities and ever so much life, in a word, will remain. You will do all sorts of things yet, and I will help you. The only thing is not to melt too much in the meantime. Your dear friend, Henry James. How do we develop the resilience we need to deal with this myriad of moral monsters? Morrison says, believe in our old pain, anticipate our new trauma, and unlock our current chaos, and we have a chance. As I think of it, Those old poets were right. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For in this world you'll find resilience begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster clan. But sooner or later, whoever wins is the person who thinks that they can. So when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you walk seems all uphill and funds are low and debts are high and you'd like to smile but you have to sigh, when the cares of the giants, the monsters, press you down just a bit, rest if you must, but I beg of you, don't quit.